Hi everyone, welcome back to Admin Geneva QTubers. And today we'll be doing a video on
our continuing commentary about RuPaul's Drag Race, season 14,
episode 13.
episode 13.
That I really didn't get. I really
didn't
didn't get it. I know what they was doing, but they were doing a rose, but to me it wasn't all that interesting.
Yep, it was the roast of Ross Matthews.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't a super spectacular episode, but it was still kind of had its moments though.
Yeah.
The premise, as we said, is the roast of Ross Matthews. So the queens were tasked with writing jokes. But let's talk about the mini challenge first. The mini challenge was to paint the face of RuPaul
and Dolly Parton.
But the queens originally thought that they were actually gonna supposed to
do makeup
on RuPaul, and they were like, "Really? Is that what we're doing?" But no, it was actually painting, like kind of recreating the mural
on a wall
with Anastasia color palette based on Anastasia beauty products.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry if we smacking these. No. These little cuties are good. Yeah, we're eating the that we got from Costco. Even though they're not cuties, they're
mandarin oranges.
Yeah, from Costco.
Basco and Willow and Diabetes and Lady Camden were on one team, and they were Team Dolly. Deja and Angeria and Georges were on another team to paint RuPaul. And
they gave RuPaul.
Well, I think Deja was
the nostril.
Yeah, Deja kind of messed up RuPaul's nose. Bosco said it looked like a hot dog with a butt, and it kind of did, Yep. But Team Dolly ended up winning. They were so then basically the winning team got to pick the order of the roasters in the thing, but they kept it pretty, not apolitical. What's the word I'm looking for? Diplomatic, and that's what I'm looking for. Diplomatic, and they basically everybody pretty much got the spot that they wanted for the most part. Bosco decided to open, and then Lady Camden decided to close. Okay, which was nice. Yeah, the roast. I got to say that the most of the only one I thought that was really well. No, there were two. There were two that I thought were really weak, and that was Georges and Deja.
They were.
Deja's jokes just weren't landing at all. Neither was Georges's really.
And they told Deja, to not use the jokes.
Yeah.
But she used them
anyway. It really seemed like Georges was giving up. I think Georges was pretty much said, she's like, you know what, whatever. I'm gonna do my best, and she had some interesting energy, but like you could tell that she, she's not a comedy queen. So she, it's not her strong point. Deja said the same thing, that she's not a comedy queen, but I still expected Deja to do a better job than she did, because she was so good in that what was it, that forum a couple episodes ago. When she was doing when they were doing the DragCon.
Oh yeah, when they were doing the panel.
The DragCon panel, and
she was really good.
She was really good, and she was funny in that. And I was really surprised that, like, most of her, and I agreed with the judges panel on like the way her jokes were. They weren't really so much jokes as just kind of mean facts about they didn't really have a punchline. They weren't clever. They were just like, Ross, you're really gay, and you really have a high pitched voice, and it was so high pitched that the dogs could hear it. And that was it. It really wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny at all.
Right.
Diabetes stuff was a little funny, but it was.
No, I actually liked Diabetes comedy. I thought it was good, but the judges didn't care for the fact that Diabetes said she was nervous. Yeah. And they, but the thing about it is, I felt that her jokes were pretty funny. They were better than George's
in Diabetes. I mean, not Deja.
Yeah,
Diabetes was better than Deja.
I mean, they weren't the best jokes, but they were somewhat clever. Like, Ross is so gay, his favorite candy is Prep. I thought that was a funny joke. Take note, queens. This is pointing to Michelle Visage. This is how a man's supposed to look in a wig. I thought that was pretty funny. But ultimately, Diabetes and Georges and Deja ended up in the bottom. Willow, I kind of thought was the funniest, but they gave the win to Bosco because Bosco's stuff was funny too, and I did like Bosco's outfit on the runway, the kind of saw blades. It was the the runway was actually tutus, but he made a tutu that looked like saw blades cutting into his head.
Hey, we got to do a little intermission. We'll be right back.
We're back.
Excuse me. We're back. Excuse me for burpee.
That's all right. But yeah, the runway. The runway. I actually liked all the runway looks.
Yes.
Except for Deja's. Really, I didn't really. I don't know. Deja's runway looks. Okay. Deja's runway looks consistently to me. Always look like they're kind of like basic drag. I mean,
even though she's a designer, well, not a designer, but
she's a seamstress. She claims to be a seamstress. But her stuff doesn't fit her very well, and it's very just, I don't know, basic looking to me.
But to me, I think she's very crafty. She makes it the way she wants,
which is fine
in her own. How can I say, image?
I mean, it's her drag.
It's her drag,
right?
Because everybody, just like our lives, everybody are not the same,
right?
We all want to stand out, and that's how she wants to stand out,
right?
But I understand it just didn't look all.
It looked very plain to me.
Plain, yeah. It looked like she was going to a prom.
Yeah, like a prom dress.
Yeah.
And her hair was like the wig kind of looked like kind of a throwback to like the 60s kind of wigs and stuff like that.
But it's what I liked about it, and what I liked about it, it was different.
Well, different from some of the
other ladies and stuff.
But everybody's look was kind of different.
Just like Diabetes. I liked her boots. I really did like them boots.
Oh,
I would have fell over in them boots.
But Diabetes look was, I liked it. It was very cool looking.
Right, and just like she said, it was like she got like a jacket at the thrift store or something like that.
She kind of had like a long crown.
Recycled stuff. Everything was recycled, and that's what I like.
But it looked good though. It looked good on her. She put an outfit together that looked good.
We all know Angeria's stuff was.
Oh, Angeria was fantastic. Yeah.
Yes.
But I gotta say, I think I know I'm a big Lady Camden fan.
And Willow Pill stuff was sharp, but the way she did her makeup, like, oh my God.
It was Willow Pill. Yeah, Willow's
stand out.
Willow stood out because it was so over the top with the lips, big lips, and like the kind of the Queen Victoria black Gothic looking gown tutu, but
I think the theme was about tutus.
It was tutus, and and Willow was kind of, it was sort of a tutu, but it was definitely more of a gown kind of look. George's was nice with like the leather, and she kind of looked like RuPaul said, well, actually it wasn't
Madonna.
RuPaul.
It was Michelle Visage.
Michelle said Madonna, or what?
Madonna.
Who was the guest judge? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on the guest judge. Dulce something
like that.
I'm sorry.
They said the smaller version of
Lizzo. Or
and speaking of Lizzo, go check out her show on Amazon. It's good. The Dance About the Big Girls is good.
Watch out for the big girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the little plug I want to throw out there. I haven't seen it. The second episode.
The first episode was fun.
Good, so I want to check out the second episode. But back to RuPaul.
But I liked all their looks. But back to the roast of Ross Matthews. Bosco opening funny.
Yes.
Kept it
Bosco is always funny. It's like she be throwing shade.
Right.
But it's just the way how she puts it. It's like she says she likes drama. She lives for diabetes.
Right.
So with diabetes, we giving them in the workroom and what she be saying. And it just like, remember when they was in the workroom, they was getting ready and they was doing the roast.
Yeah.
Diabetes let her use one of her sponges, but it was so like filthy. She was like, I'm not using this.
Right.
I might break out or something.
Yep. But yeah. And then Georges was next. Georges was, I don't know. It was like she had a good energy, but the
you can tell like
she funny and
she knew this.
She I think she felt like this was just going to be the end for her. Basically, she basically gave up at this point. I think she did.
Yeah, in a way, I feel like she gave up, but like Ruby saying, this is just a new beginning.
Right. That's fine.
Because they finna skyrocket after they leave the show.
Right.
But they already up there now, even though when they got on the show. And people, we following their journey and who's going to be there and who's going to get eliminated and all that kind of stuff. So.
Right. And so, and then third, I thought this was very clever of Willow. Basically, she went third because she knew she was going to follow Georges, so she knew that she was going to be funnier than Georges, and basically, and again, I thought Willow's was the strongest comedy. Honestly,
yes,
it was funny.
But the only thing that was funny for Deja is when she walked off the stage,
right,
and then introduced.
She didn't introduce Camden. She said, and the next queen we have up. Needs no introduction, and then she just turned away and walked off. She literally gave her no introduction, and I thought that was funny. The judges thought that was funny, but that was like
the only funny thing.
But yeah, but before Deja was Diabetes, and again Diabetes, I thought Diabetes was funny. It wasn't the strongest humor, but she had some good lines in there, and I thought it was a little. Well, I understood what they were doing because I had a feeling that the judges kind of wanted, because they've had so many episodes where there haven't been an elimination, so they made it basically a double elimination tonight, and it's been the first double elimination
in a long time
that we've had,
in a long
time. So basically, Diabetes and Deja and Georges all had to perform a song.
But the song, it seemed like it was more for Diabetes. Because Diabetes,
it was a rock song.
She wasn't dancing like they were.
Right.
She was doing her prayers, she knew how to bring it.
She knew how to bring it because it was like a rock song that kind of demanded a lot of confidence. And we know that Diabetes has a lot of confidence. And she really brought it. She had that, she was doing the words and, doing her strut and everything.
Yeah.
Georges was bringing the lines and doing a little bit more dancing. And I liked what she was doing too. But I see why they gave the win to Diabetes. And again, her comedy honestly was better than those other two anyway. So Deja, she tried, but didn't. Again, I felt both Georges and Diabetes did better than her in the lip sync. But unfortunately, there could be only one.
Right.
So,
only one.
There can be only one. So
Obi-Wan Kenobi, however you say it.
Right. Diabetes was safe.
Yes.
I can't remember. I gave they gave the win to Bosco.
Yes.
Yeah, Bosco. Yeah, again, Bosco's look was good.
Comedy was good. She got the golden bar.
Yeah.
And then she won.
And now she won the challenge this week. So yeah, but yep. But I think that was pretty fair. But like I said, but
sorry,
there were again, the top three to me were Willow, Lady Camden and Bosco. So
anyone. And then the last one was Edgeria.
To me, anyone. The one thing they didn't care about with Lady Camden, again, she was the closer for the thing. They didn't like the. I still thought the joke was funny, but I think they thought it went on a little too long. And originally, I guess they said Michelle was saying that they wanted her to cut that one joke. It was well, it was a little awkward. I don't even know if I should. Basically, was Lady Camden yelling into a certain orifice of Ross Matthews, and it was okay. The joke was funny, okay, but I'm not going to get into the dynamics. But yeah, but they didn't care for that, and I guess that's why they didn't really. But again, I think her runway look was gorgeous, and her and Willow were kind of up and up there to me, and but Diabetes was good too. But of course they felt that they had to have somebody in the bottom, and but unfortunately Georges and Deja went home tonight, and and that was that. It was nice though, because the thing about it is I know Georges and Diabetes, or I'm sorry, saying Diabetes when I'm trying to say Deja.
That's Georges and Deja. I get mixed up sometimes when I be want to say Diabetes.
It's like when you call their kids, by different names. It's like who you're talking about, but it's like, and they know who you're talking about, but
right.
It's just, it's like, well, I'm so okay, but yeah, Deja and Georges went home, and they were they I think they consider themselves sisters. They really
they really had got close
friendship,
really, right?
And they end up leaving together, and the way they left the stage was pretty classy. I thought it was neat because Georges was on her way out, and then she kind of and Deja.
That's what she said.
Yeah, and Deja said, and
finished it. And I'll see you guys at the buffet.
At the buffet, yeah. Love your curves, and I'll see you guys at the buffet. Yeah, it was good. And then I just want to briefly talk about Untucked a little bit.
Go ahead.
Not too much. But,
go right ahead.
No. This week.
We are in bedroom couture. We forgot to tell you guys about that.
Yeah, no. I'm on a Mark t-shirt with Thor on the thing.
Yes.
And but we're not all dressed up,
right?
Unfortunately, but that's.
But
okay.
We're here for the spill of tea about RuPaul's Drag Race.
Right, exactly.
In our own thoughts.
Yeah, in our own thoughts. Yep. And Untucked. This week they had Willow's family come out.
Yes.
I think it was Willow, his brother, and
his mom, because remember his father passed away.
Yes, his father had passed away. His mom, his brother and his sister, and they were cheering him on and bring home the crown. And of course Willow got very emotional. But the way Willow got emotional, it's funny because like of course when the families come out, the queens are going to get emotional. But Willow, even though he was very emotional, but still managed to find the humor in the situation and the absurdity of the situation. One of them
shirts,
the Willow shirts. They were all wearing a Willow t-shirt and everything.
Yeah.
But eventually, like she was like crying and kind of convulsing a little bit, but and they're like, Willow, what's wrong? And it's just like, why am I wearing so much makeup? Because her makeup is like falling off, and her lips were really big, and it's just like it was just so silly. But and it was
like, I know I got big lips, but her lips were bigger than mine.
Yeah, she had the big, I don't know, wax lips or something. Yeah, but it was funny. It made the look though.
Yeah,
but yeah, but that's basically all I wanted to touch on, and
and Deja and Georges, they knew
they pretty much
had to sing for their life,
right? Yeah, and I thought the lip sync, honestly,
but I'm with you, Deja and Diabetes
but I could
were actually bringing it, but Georges was bringing it too, but she was doing too much dancing. It's like all like you said, expression.
Right.
It ain't too much about dancing.
But for me personally, I felt that Diabetti and Georges were doing a better job than Deja was.
You do?
I felt that way. Deja was doing okay, but she really wasn't bringing it like Diabetti was bringing it with the confidence.
I think that Diabetti
and Georges, of course, being a better dancer than the both of them,
and Deja was doing good. Because they was doing more of not too much of a dance. Right. They was walking and they're the rock song style.
Yeah, but we both agree that Diabetti was the strongest.
Yeah, Diabetti was,
and for that particular song, that
yes, lip sync. That was to me that was a song for her.
So again, that I think it gives credence to why she was safe and the others got sent home. So, but that was this week's.
So that sums it up.
Yeah, sums it up for RuPaul's Drag Race this week.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for next week. Mm-hmm. I can't wait.
Right.
I just love my RuPaul Drag Race. Mm-hmm. I live for it. Right. I really do. He do too.
Mm-hmm. I love RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes. We both. But we were so tired. The reason why we didn't bring it to you guys yesterday, we were so tired.
Yeah, we had a lot going on yesterday.
Going on.
Yeah, there was a lot.
And I remember I was telling you guys about my mom.
Yeah.
So if I sound like my voice going in and out and stuff like that, is that we still tired, but we wanted to bring it to you guys. Mm-hmm. And as always, we thank you very much for supporting us and watching our videos. Mm-hmm. We really enjoy it. And now we're getting the hang of things and stuff, and we're finding how can I say different ways so that way you can hear us better and not a lot of noise, because this mic cuts out a lot of noise in the van and stuff like that when I be in a room with it. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna be bringing you more videos because we got a lot more ideas.
Right.
And it might be about any and everything. It might not. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But we're going to bring you something. Mm-hmm. And thank you guys for joining us. Mm-hmm. Stay blessed. Be awesome and phenomenal. And we will talk to you soon. Toodles.